Yeah, I was really proud of those guys in those moments. I thought they did an excellent job of staying focused the last 4 or 5 minutes. But credit Montana State, great team. I set it for 4 days. Very well coached. That guy's won at every level. I really respect coaches that actually have to climb the ladder, right? And they're not just given jobs. He's won at every level, and he should have really been 4-0 against higher level teams. So they're going to be good. Really, really good team.
What was the talk like in the locker room afterward?
Horrific. Yeah, I told the truth. We had 3 bad practices, Jason, to be honest with you. Thanksgiving was a nightmare. Friday got slowly better. I don't know what it was. I think it was a lack of humility. Sometimes when things are going so great, right, there's going to be hard times in games, and you kind of find out what you're made of. But the important thing is hopefully our guys will listen a little bit better in huddles. I thought our execution, our ATOs was horrific. But give those guys credit, man. Montana State's good, but we got to be better in our prep. And that starts with us just either bringing them back after Thanksgiving dinner or going a couple practices a day if we have to.
It seemed like there were several times where you started to get some momentum, but yeah, you talked about Montana State just not ever giving up.
They're good. They're really, really good. That's a difficult matchup for any team, any level. Like I said, their record. The problem is with kids nowadays, they look at records, like instead of like looking at actual game film and really studying teams, they look at records. Little do they know they've probably made that group there has probably made about $240,000 in guarantee games, right? So you go at Colorado, at Boise State, at Stanford, and now here, they're in every game, right? So like now they have experience. You get better with experience, and hopefully our guys can do that, right? But our humility is not there at times. You've got to be humble. You've got to be willing to go to work every day. And in this era, that's hard. That's honestly the hardest thing we have to do as coaches is try to humble our guys and educate our guys and, keep them where they need to be because, this world we're living in, they're told a lot of things,
Did you feel like you had a win in regulation on that last awkward play, or did you realize it was after the...
Which play was it? There were so many crazy plays.
When Mason went down and then just tossed it up.
Yeah, he would have been wide open. He looped under. Really what it was a read. So what we did was we're bringing Mason off a pin down, off KT's pin down. And if you go back and watch the tape, he took the wrong route. He went underneath. I think he should have went over the top or vice versa. And he would have had a clean lane. But he got rushed, made a horrific read in a really, really tough moment and spinned, right? I told him in the timeout, you don't spin at the end of the game. They're going to swipe at the ball. You catch the ball from 15, and good players can get to their right hand. If they help, you got MJ in front of you. Really, really bad ending there on that last play.
Just talk about the physicality in the first half. Montana State really kind of...
I think they were +9. Yeah, we got manhandled, right? So that's probably the biggest disappointment tonight. We had been playing pretty physical. There's stats in games, right? Like, turnovers. To me, that's your concentration level. Rebounding is your toughness level. Not very good today.
Looked like you really kind of bounced back in the second half, though.
Yeah, I think we ended up being -6, but, -6 is not very good. But, yeah, you're right. In the second half, we were better.
Once said in this game, you were, I think, 14 of 32 on shots at the rim that had been a strength for you guys.
Missed every shot, Jason. Yeah, at point-blank layups, that was the frustrating part, I give our fans a lot of credit. I thought they willed us. I'm not sure where a lot of the herd members were. I saw a lot of absent seats. I thought today was the public. I thought the public really stood up. I heard those people behind us. And they carried us, and I haven't said that since I've been here. Usually it's the herd, but I really respect the herd, but there was a lot of empty seats tonight.
Just from a schematic kind of standpoint, first half took a lot of threes, struggled to get inside. Second half only shot 4 threes, and then 26 points in the paint. What'd you change there?
We just couldn't really get anything going around the rim, so we really stopped throwing it in there. I mean, Gary Clark was really kind of non-existent. Tucker Anderson, the reality of it is if he doesn't get tougher, he's got to come off the bench. He doesn't really do anything defensively, rebounding the ball. We got to get him more shots, I would say, but he's got to impact the game in some way, or we will go big, or we'll give Adlin some more minutes. I thought that was a good game for him and Elijah. That environment, those close games when you're fighting through it. And then they're just understanding their urgency. Like, they don't know anything. So it's like the urgency every day you have to prep to play Montana State or South Florida or Charlotte. Young guys just don't get it, like they just have no comprehension, freshmen, how hard this is. Like, this is hard every day. Like, it's hard. Being a student athlete, prepping for games, like, it's not easy. So you got to work at it every day.
So it's encouraging where you've had a couple of these games, like after Weber State, after this one, where there's a lot of...
Yeah, both teams, yeah.
Is it encouraging, like, even in games where you maybe haven't played so well, your team keeps coming through with wins no matter what?
Yeah, I think it's good to win. Obviously, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but, like, at our level, our margin of error is very small, right? Like, the reality of it is, you got to win a whole bunch of non-league games. You got to win a whole bunch of league games. And you got to play the game the right way, right? I think if we didn't get manhandled on the glass and we didn't have 3 bad practices, I'd be a little more positive. It's hard to be positive when you basically warn your team 3 days into this, So that's, I think, the discouraging part about this game. And I don't want to take anything away from Montana State. They outplayed us. Like, they probably deserved to win. I mean, they dominated us on the glass.
One thing that was encouraging, Mason kind of at the end of that game made a lot of big plays, not even scoring, but forcing some turnovers, coming up with some big steals. Just how important is it to have kind of a veteran player like that?
Yeah, I mean, I said it all along, like, he's got to be the preseason player of the year. Up for player of the year. I mean, we spent a lot of money on this guy. Like, that's just the bottom line. Like, this is a salary cap. This is a different deal than we've ever seen, right? So, like, he's got to go get 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, but he's got to listen in timeouts. He's got to make the right reads in key moments, right? Like, yeah, I mean, I think he's one of the best players in the league. So he should make those plays. And I thought, like, he was quicker to the ball than those guys at the end of the game. He willed us, right? But he's got to will us in the practice. He's got to will us on Thursday and on Friday and on Saturday. He's got to set the tone every day. He hasn't done that yet. That's his step. How does he take a group of guys, like I said, and if he decides to play or not, he gets in the real world, he's going to be a leader. You got to be able to take guys and get them to where you want to go, right? He struggles with that. He needs to come out of the shell and be able to do that. But yeah, he and KT, I thought, won the game. I mean, Drake really struggled. I mean, it's called like it is. He was 0 for 7, worst game all year. He really, really struggled.